Hey everyone, and welcome back to part 3 of my build notes for the Master Grade Tallgeese. So last time was the arms, and this time I'll be moving on to the torso and the head, as well as the thrusters. Okay, so the torso. As I've said before, it's a very basic kit, so the torso is very basic as well. You can see the cockpit here, and this section at the waist are in a darker white plastic, which I really like. I'm glad they introduced this into the Master Grades, because it looks great in the real grades, and it splits up the monotony of just the same tone of white through the whole thing. It looks really good. This kind of demonstrates how simple it is. This is just one massive plate here, moving all the way from here all the way around. These are the part the thrusters attach onto here, and the arms have quite a bit of movement to them. The neck part moves around quite interestingly, moving this part here. So when it moves up, it raises this part here, and when the head moves down, it pushes this down, so that moves up and down. The waist movement, side to side, not so great. Back and forward is a little better, but this joint is just a simple ball joint, so I'm not sure exactly how strong this part here will be, so you may want to paint this or coat this with something to make it a little tighter. And also here is the cockpit. There's the little Zex figure in there. A basic cockpit. Nothing as exciting as some other models, but it is there, so it's good. It's a basic, simple cockpit, no real gimmick to it, just an opening hatch. And that's pretty much it for the torso. Simple, but it does the job. So next up are the thrusters. It seems like a lot of attention was given to these, as they're a lot more detailed than the rest of the kit. For example, these parts here are actually a separate grey part underneath, but sections like this here, there's a foil sticker for it, so it seems like there's a lot more detail in the backpack thrusters than the rest of the kit. And the gimmick in these are really cool. So by pulling this open, I'll do that one more time. This part here, here, and here all open simultaneously. So it looks really good. You can see the two thrusters in there. And the colors are separated into the light grey, white, yellow, and all grey in here. They're really cool. And here are the thrusters attached onto the torso. So there's a lot of articulation here. So a lot of possibilities for posing, for both aerial and ground poses. Which looks really, really nice. And I think combined with the cool thruster hatch here in the back, it's going to look pretty badass. And next on the list is the head. So this head is definitely going to need some panel lining, because it's mainly white and it's kind of hard to see the details. So a little bit of panel lining there will make a lot of the features more apparent. The color is separated here into the yellow, white, light grey, and this really nice red color here. And there's a clear part here for the eyes. So this whole section here can be removed. And here you can see the Leo type head with the sensor here. There is a foil sticker included for this, but I'm not going to use it. I'd prefer to paint the clear part in a clear paint. Same with the eye lenses here, as I think the clear paint looks a lot better than the foil stickers. I really don't like putting foil stickers on Master Grade. Also, interestingly, you can change where this faceplate is connected. There are two holes here, so you can connect it slightly further back, like this, or you can connect it towards the front like this. I keep it connected more towards the front because I find it sits into the rest of the head a little better. So that slides on here. So that's the head. And with that, the Tallgeese is completed. It is very back heavy, so it will fall over, which makes sense because how large the back thrusters are here. But if you plan on displaying it in a ground pose, I'm sure the Dover gun will probably counterbalance these thrusters and the shield, so it probably will be able to stand up fine once fully armed. The waist also, like I mentioned, is loose. You can find that it can move backwards if you try to move it forward. So that will need to be given a bit of a modification, but nothing too serious. Just a coat of paint or a top coat or something on that, and it will tighten up and it'll hold a lot better. So the finished kit looks awesome. It looks really, really good, especially when the thrusters on the back here and on the back of the skirting armor here are opened up. It looks really good. As you can see here, it's got a lot of thrusters going on there. So next up will be the accessories, and the Tallgeese will be ready for reviewing.